think, as I said, I don't want to talk too much. That's just something in red which I can't read. I'm not even sure what that is. But you got the Torrey Gate there. Again. Let's have a look around here. To be honest, I don't want to say anything, but I will. Wow. I'm quite cold, but I have got goosebumps because it is raining a bit, but wow. I'm not sure where my accommodation was now. I think there might be 2 rivers. I don't quite know the full details either. You got the sort of paddy fields as well all over. I need to get a GoPro, don't I, or something to hold onto the camera as I walk. But I think, I don't know if that leads back there. There's a drain there, a drain there. I think how this works, I can't remember if that's on purpose or not. I think it might be. I don't know for sure, but there's a book series called Young Samurai, and in the 4th book of that, they sort of do use these sort of irrigation channels as a defence sort of mechanism. But yeah, I can't remember whether they would flood these on purpose or, yeah, I don't know. I might try, at some point I might try and ask someone for a photo, but that'll be a test. I'll have to look at my phrase book for that. It'd be nice to get one actually. I think, yeah. I've not got any lunch, but if it was warmer, I would probably sit here a bit. See, I've said this to people quite a lot. Oh, it must be a walk then. I mean, that's Azumashi. Is that to do with the cherry blossoms? This is kind of what I like though. I can't read the language whatsoever. So like I look at like the language, like the letters, and I can't understand that whatsoever. I've done a little bit of work on them, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what any of those mean. But that's kind of part of the fun. That's kind of the mystery, really. So, but it's just for me, this is what Japan is. I know a lot of people have said to me, "Oh, you know, you're going to go to Tokyo," but Tokyo doesn't interest me. And I know that's, so some people will be like, well, that's, you know, everyone talks about Tokyo, but for me, that's kind of not what Japan is. It's what the new Japan is. It's what the modern Japan is. But for me, this is kind of my version of Japan. This is kind of a Japan I want to see. The stuff that is sort of, I mean, I'm probably the only English person here today. You know, and for me, that's kind of more. I mean, when we went to Paris, I liked Paris a lot. It was really good. But my favourite parts of Paris were the stuff like just walking along the River Seine and seeing like 2 tourists chucking like a dog toy into the River Seine, and then the dog was coming back out with the toy, and just, you know, stuff, little moments like that, which I think if I compare it to like a video game, it's like the random encounters and like the random sort of, I guess, mini games and stuff that you don't expect to find, that I find more interesting. Like for me so far, just finding stuff like that one piece like sort of biscuit when I was expecting it to be something entirely different, and just all the little like toys and stuff I found in like the convenience stores, and like the Shonen Jump I found sort of on the first night. I mean, that's more material things. I'm a bit more, you know, material, but I wasn't expecting to come across some of that stuff. So, but again, this is so big. I mean, the river is fantastic. I mean, it's a little bit dirty, isn't it? But then it is running along. It's a bit sort of sandy and muddy and stuff there in a way. But for me, this is what Japan is. Don't get me wrong, at some point I do want to go to Tokyo, but for me it's just really not a priority. I'd so much rather come out to somewhere like this, which is in the middle of nowhere. And just kind of experience a bit of life, really. That's a lovely house up there. And I mean, even Kyoto, I mean, again, Kyoto is a place I do want to go to quite a lot. It was the same with Nara, but I also think, to be honest, having seen this place, is I'm not actually sure they'll interest me as much now, because even them, they do have their like really nice, sort of more ancient places. I was going to go to Nara Park on the way, but just couldn't fit it in. I might do on the way back, but even that will be quite sort of crowded. Whilst this, I'm literally just walking, and look at that as well. It's the first time I've turned around on this bit. I do apologise for turning the screen so much, but best way to see that. But I'm literally like, you know, I'm walking around, and it's not that I'm antisocial, but like I'm walking around and like I'm not seeing many people, and if they are, it's just Japanese people. So it's quite nice, really.